So this is day 176. So I have about 20 minutes before I get on the call for this dispute resolution with the landlord, and I'm feeling a little bit nervous, but I just did a whole lot of affirmations and I'm trying to tap into what is going to be the best thing for me and is still me acting in alignment with who I want to show up to be in the world. So I don't want to show up to be this person who gets revenge and gets really angry and makes people pay for things and is mean. I don't want to do that. However, I also need to show up in my own integrity and speak up in my own voice and make sure that I stand my ground and really don't get bullied or pushed around. So there's a really fine line between being really in alignment with who I am as my true self and then getting swayed by anger and fear. So I'm staying present with that and hoping for the best. I'll let you know how I go afterwards. Okay, so I just went through the hearing and it was kind of nerve-wracking. However, I think it went really well and I felt pretty good throughout it. It was a good practice for me to stay really kind of just level and neutral and stay connected to my presence and not get kind of swayed and taken out of my body by fear and anxiety. So I was able to kind of stay really, really present with myself and not express anger and not express kind of emotion. I was able to just stay with the facts and stay in my presence. So it was a really good learning experience for me. It really showed me how I could just use the tools that I have in that moment to keep myself calm, to not start to worry about things that I didn't need to worry about, and just like really stay on track and stay focused with what was going on and not get swayed by what the other person was saying. So during the call, the other person was sprouting out a whole lot of lies and fabricating conversations that never actually happened. And I have a real thing about lying. I was brought up by a father who was a compulsive liar, and my brother is a compulsive liar, and so I have lived with lying a lot, and it really brings up a lot of anger in me. I get angry about it. And so during this call, it was a really good practice to just let go and give responsibility over to her. She was lying, and that had nothing to do with me. I could stay objective to it. This is what I knew. This is my truth. These are my facts, and bring them forth without being like, and wanting to fight with her and argue and say, that's not fair. And, I just kind of stayed really level-headed, and it felt really good. It felt good. I think it went well, and it was a really good experiment and practice to see how I have grown in my relation to conflict, and a practice to see how I can actually move through conflict. And now there is a decision that needs to be made, and it's going to take 30 days. And now I have the ability to just let it all go. It's done. Whatever. In the past, I would have been like, what if this decision happens? And what if that decision happens? And what if I don't? But now I don't do that. I'm just letting it go. It's out of my hands. I'm giving it up. It's done. And I don't need to worry about it anymore. Whatever decision comes out of it will come out of it. And that's okay. Right now, I don't need to worry about it anymore. It's done. It's over. So I feel good about that. And it's been a really good lesson for me to kind of look and see how I've grown in aspects to conflict and really staying in my center, staying in my presence, and being concerned with what is real and actually what is important. And most of the time, what is important is a lot more subtle than what we think. And there is no need for us to go into anger and rage and overwhelm and, we can just stay with what is important and really present, and it feels peaceful almost. So that's day 175.
Close like that.